What is up, guys? We're doing this at a funny angle today. Today we are taking a look at something I showed in my previous video. It is the Aliens concept figure. This is one you've probably seen it in my video. It's going to be set to sort of more out and arrange them. It is the Albino Xenomorph Drone. Not the prototype suit. Some people do confuse those two. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold at the moment. Here he is. Now, here's the thing, the elephant in the room. You probably noticed, it's probably not showing up too well on camera, he does have a few pink hues to him. I believe from the construction, he was cast in a pink plastic, and then he was dry brushed with white. And yes, I think they used enamel on this guy. It still stinks. I like the smell. I like the smell. And you can see what I mean by casting pink plastic, because his hip joint is in pink. And there's lots of pink hues around him. That would be too difficult to paint him. So here he is, and his joint there is white. So I'm using, to prop my camera on, I'm using a washing bin. So general detail, it is pretty much your 86 Warrior. Exactly the same. But there's one major difference. No inner mouth. That's where the accessory comes in, which you've probably seen in my previous video. Which is this. Yes, it looks like a penis with a vaginal opening on a penis. It looks like a penis with a vaginal opening at the end of it. Yeah. And that looks like foreskin. This is very obscene. It does have two barbs at there where it will plug into it. And this thing has these holes on it, and it's a bendy wire, so yeah. This has to be one of the worst things to display on a shelf just because of how bloody obscene it is. Don't get me wrong, I like that we get something like this with an alien. I mean, it doesn't bother me because, like, it's Aliens. We all know how gross and sexual it can get just because of the way Geiger's artwork was, and he was the one who designed the Xenomorph. I mean, he did do the Necronomicon, which contains all kinds of freaky things in there. The Necronomicon being the name of his art book with the Xenomorph in it. But this just goes way beyond obscene. It literally has a vaginal slit in the front of it. Can that get any more sexual? Like, really? And then bloody wrinkles? I mean, and it's soft. This is the most obscene thing I have in my collection. Fortunately, I'm going to be displaying the alien with this in his mouth so that if anyone ever sees it, they'll know, oh, it's just a tongue and not some weird dildo thing. Yeah. Could be worse. Could be the Prometheus Trilobite, which literally has a penis attachment. That literally, yes, it's supposed to be a proboscis tube thing that like the ovipositor that like butterflies have and facehuggers have. But it doesn't half come across looking like a giant dick. It's okay. So to attach it, yeah, I've got enough about that. This obscenity. You have to kind of put it in at an angle. And when you get it in there, you can actually slide it quite far back. I've got it jammed. Yeah, you can slide it almost here where my thumb is, you can slide that far back into its gob and pull it out. You can pose it while it's in the mouth and make it look all kinds of... You see, here it doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's part of the alien, but when you have it on its own, it just looks obscene as hell. I mean, some people might think it's obscene as hell anyway. I don't know why. Okay, this... Oh, bloody hell. Look at my waist. Look at this. I mean, it's showing up in person very subtly, but on camera, that's really looking bad. I don't know. It's not enough to bother me. Okay, so we're going to remove... okay, so... Oh, sorry, what am I doing? I'm rambling. Okay, so let's get the head down. Now, all the Xenomorphs, except for the Dog Alien and the Warrior and the Alien Resurrection... And the Alien VP aliens have this in the back. It is a headrest piece. It's just what we call it. Now, this is on a plug, so it does remove. And this, you can tell it's cast in pink plastic because that wouldn't be pink. They wouldn't just paint that pink. And the underside's not been painted. But you told me. The tail, just like the penis thing that comes out of his mouth. So I need to stop being rude. Okay, the tongue, just like the tongue, the probe, the tail also has a bendy wire in it. God, if my girlfriend watches this, she's not going to be very happy that I'm saying all these words. The problem with it is the tail, like all of them, goes limp about here, which is really, it really bugs me. They could just continue to wire across. I don't know why they don't. At the end of the day, though, when I got this figure out the package, I'm really happy with it. Like, I got it just because it's a concept figure. I love concept stuff because we never actually see it in the movie, and then we get to see it in person. And this thing is really, really cool. And obscene. Yeah, I'm going to remove this now because it's just making it awkward. He has the exact same articulation as the 86 Warrior. I don't have any 86 Warriors. I need to hunt some down. So what he does have is a slider in his head, in the top of his head, followed by a ball socket joint, with the socket being in the neck and the ball peg being in the head. So it can roll all the way around. You can pull this out, and you could slide it back and get a bit more range of motion. It's not too much, but with this just being straightforward, it would interfere with this. I have modded my isolations and I'm off to go much further up. So I'm going to show you real quick. It goes much further back. And God, this looks beautiful on camera with the flash on. Yeah, sorry. Back to the Albino. He has a pin socket in his shoulder so it can rotate all the way around. Keep in mind the shoulder pauldrons may interfere with it. Oh shit. Sorry. He has a hinge in the shoulder, which goes this far out. This one's a bit stiff, but you know, with aliens, take your time. Don't bust anything. You really don't want to do that. Then he has a cut joint in the bicep. So, you know, biceps can swivel. He has double jointed elbows. Now, these are very stiff, which is good. I love it when a joint is stiff. Now, when I first got these, they were not budging, but I took my time, I carefully moved them, and, like, look how slow that goes down. But the knees, yeah, the knees are loose. I need to tighten them up with some glue. Then we have a double ball peg at the waist because, look, you can shift it side to side. Yeah, see that? That's a double ball peg. I can tell because it's dog hair. Sorry, I'm sweating at the moment, so I'm just going to take my dressing gown off. Don't worry, I'm wearing clothing underneath, which is why it's so hot. So, you know. But the problem with this ball peg is it's good, but it doesn't afford that much range. You get this much forward, which is barely anything, and this much back. You get an okay amount back, I guess. It's enough what it is. Where's that bloody headpiece? There's the headrest. Sorry, I want to plug my headrest in. And you have your legs, which are very similar setup to the shoulders. They can go forwards. They can go backwards. They have a hinge, which enables them to go out to the side. They have a swivel at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, a ball joint in the foot, which actually what I recommend doing is popping this ball joint off, because if you do, it will increase the range of motion. I did that and it works better with this one. Look at that range, look at that. Since I've popped it out, it's mental. Let me see if I can get this one a little bit more. No, this one's as far as it goes. So basically my alien can have a stupidly wide stance. Not that you would ever see an alien doing the splits, but you know, you never know. And that ball joint will go really far up, almost making this joint here useless, which we'll get into in a minute. Doesn't go back too much though. I would have rather seen a hinge, like the ankle locker system that Marvel Select and Marvel Legends use. I would like to see that in a NECA figure, but oh well. Oh, I forgot as well. These joints here swivel at the top and at the bottom, so you get a forearm swivel, and you get a Sorry, did I just really say that? A swivel and a hinge in the wrist. So you know you can have like that. And these hands look decent. In fact, the only thing that's really the same on this guy. From the original Alien is actually the upper and lower torso pieces. The legs are different sculpts, the arms are completely different sculpts. Like, I know they're engineered exactly the same except for the elbow joints, because the big chap has single joints, whereas this guy has double joints. But this guy has a lot of different parts for him, and it feels the same as the standard one, which is weird. And then you have, now this one was stuck, but this one, I mean, I've unstuck it now, but it's a toe hinge. It doesn't go up too much. and goes down quite a bit. Oh, let me just adjust my position because my foot is dying here. Sorry, I'm trying to shift things about. Yeah, so, you know, that's that. Now, let's take a close look at this guy. In fact, if you look, it's very glossy. Almost looks dry brushed, which looks beautiful. It does look like it's hand painted in some areas. I've noticed as well in some areas like the torso, it looks like it has a black wash. Can you see that? Like in the shoulder pauldrons, a bit in the head, it looks like it has a black wash. I don't know if that's unique to mine or if they all have it. I'd have to check on some other people's videos. If this is unique to mine, then great. Mine's got a factory defect that actually improves the look of it. But yeah, this is a pretty nice piece. We have obviously a very bone white, bleach white colour because it's albino. I would like to do a bit of a more natural white, maybe more like this colour. Because this torso colour here is pretty much albino white, whereas the rest of him is all snow. No, I'm not making a joke. He's all bone like bleach white, almost as white like the wall. Only that's a bit creamer, but yeah, it's a bit more. The wall's more like this, whereas it is bleach white. And he has pink on him, obviously due to lack of pigmentation, and he's got black claws, which is interesting. His teeth are still silver. Which actually, the original prop head for the original big chap actually had steel teeth, which is why they were silver, because they were steel. And also, it had 900 moving parts, and the tongue that the original big chap had was made out of shredded condoms. Yeah, they used some weird stuff in that alien. I don't know about the goop though, but yeah, the head for the original Xenomorph had 900 moving parts. That's a lot of parts that moved. Also, another fun thing, the reason the alien's head is this long is because it has a lot of sensors around here. A lot of sensors. You can't see them, but they're there. Which means it's just why they're such good hunters. It's why they're good at stalking, why they're such good at stalking and stealth, because they know where pretty much everything is. They've got such good spatial awareness. Anyway, back to the figure. The tubes have a little bit less paint. It shows up more on camera than does, but they do have a glossy sheen to them. The tail as well, you can sort of see underside. Nice short blade there. Again, it's the 86 Warrior, just painted differently and lacking the jaw because it has that obscenity. Hold on, let me try to get that out of the way. Bloody hell. You do get the section there. That's shared with the big chap. In fact, what's really different from the big chap that makes it different is the top of the head, and the jaw is a little bit different as well. Those teeth don't awful evil. Yeah, this is definitely not. It does still have the tubes, which are quite flexible actually. Unlike the translucent prototype one, you can actually get his head going all the way without them breaking. It does make his head a little bit weird. Actually, no, his neck is different from the standard big chap. So, I don't know, is it a glue-on piece? Yeah, it's a glue-on piece, so all that's different is the torso, the upper torso, but everything else is completely different. Even the neck's different, which is interesting. It goes that far that way, yeah. So, you can get some pretty good poses with him. Right, so that's all it is for it. Let me attach the obscenity back in his mouth. Can't believe I have to show this thing on camera again. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I don't commonly get like this, but this thing is embarrassing to show off. It's worse than the Prometheus thing. I've not got that set, by the way. I do want to pick it up because I do want the trial of that, but that accessory is probably going to get hidden away in my box of accessories because I don't want that thing on my shelf. Because it looks like it has a giant erection, and I just no, that's way too weird for me. It's just too bloody weird. So yeah, here is the albino with his obscenity. Yep, likes to twist and malform. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. You know, just tell me what you think about the figure. Just like, subscribe, or dislike if you don't. Actually, if you dislike, then why do you even watch it if you don't even like this kind of stuff? I don't know. So, like, subscribe, and peace, post some comments, and I'm doing a Q&A, so feel free to post a few questions there, and I will note them all down as soon as I can, and I'll reply to you as well. See you later, guys. Peace.